everybody. Welcome to week 12. Welcome to the very near the end of our class, and hopefully, there's some bittersweet. Bitter maybe because it's been a great experience and you've learned a lot, but sweet saying, oh, it'd be nice to have a break, wouldn't it? I'm with you on that one. Just wanted to point out some instructions about your 10 Principles project and then kind of go over a little bit of what you're looking at with the Book of Ether this week. And so this is just the simple instructions that were, I clicked on the link for your project, and I just wanted to just go over this so that you understand the best way to get all 40 points. So I've already had a couple questions come in about that. The vast majority of this assignment, sorting through, you've done that a couple weeks ago. You submitted your 10 principles. I commented on them. You watched my video. You've streamlined those principles and they're good to go. And so this is just the presentation of, you have the principle statements, and then what you're going to include is, let's just look at this. Number 2, right? What you're going to do is this is going to be at least a 12-slide PowerPoint. Your first slide is going to be an introductory slide. You're then going to have one slide per principle, 10 principles, and then you're going to have a final slide that includes your testimony. Some of you have asked, is it okay if I have more than one slide for each principle? Sure, you can. If you're typing on that slide and it feels like it's just getting cluttered, you can translate that into a second slide for each principle, and that's okay. Just don't go too crazy, because believe it or not, when you have 45 people, each adding a little bit more than what the assignment requires, it's a lot of extra time to get through that. So, looking at this, the slides for the principles, one slide per principle that includes a scripture reference and a brief discussion on why that principle is important or how it applies. So maybe at the top of the slide, you could have your scripture reference and your principle statement. And then below that slide, you're going to explain why that's important to you or how it applies to your life. So the principle is a truth that is true, AD 34 when Christ taught it, and it's true today, 2019. And so you'll make the statement that if I pray to God, then He will answer me. And then maybe your why is that important? Is you could just say, well, I don't know everything, and God does know everything, and His vision is better than my vision. And if I want to do what's right, then I'm going to seek after Him and try to pray with faith and be able to find those things. Whatever you want to write, you just make the statement, and then you personalize it by saying, this is why it's important to me, or this is what I can do to act upon that principle. Either one of those. So you do that 10 times. And then the final slide basically is just saying, hey, I've been looking at the Book of Mormon. I've looked at these 10 principles, and then just a final testimony of whatever you feel like you would like to testify of. So hopefully that makes sense, and it will be a fulfilling, wonderful assignment for you. So here I am, a little bit bigger. I just wanted to say, as every other week, just enjoy the chapters. The Book of Ether is a second witness of what the Book of Mormon is. That if you keep your covenants and you obey the commandments, you will prosper in the land. So you have these group of people that starts out where there's some turmoil, and they go to the Lord and they're like, please help me. He leads them to the promised land. When they're obedient, they're blessed. When they're not, they falter, and there's consequences, and they're removed from the land to prepare for another people that are going to be, have another shot of obedience. So enjoy these first few chapters that are just good doctrine, about what faith can do, and how faith can motivate you to action, and how you can get answers, and how it can pull you through the veil and help you to see visions. And then you have a lot of just quick, fast storyline, and then near the end, you have this other sermon of where we learn about faith, where we can learn about how we can overcome our humanness and our weakness. And so just work hard, enjoy the discussion board this week, and